Alright, I'm going to show you how to make a very, very cheap and very, very effective trolling feather. You can make these for about a little under $1 a piece, really. Anyway, what you'll need is some wax coated dental floss. No, it does not have to be mint waxed. This just happens to be the cheap stuff that I found. But mint wax dental floss, some trolling skirts. These are 4.5-inch squid skirts that I got at Bass Pro. I got them on clearance for like $1.97 for 5 of them. Scissors or fingernail clippers, either a 3/8 or 1 ounce, or excuse me, 3/8 or ½ ounce weight. This is a ½ ounce. Feathers of your choice, you're choosing. These come from Hobby Lobby, very, very cheap. And a hot glue gun. This also comes from Hobby Lobby for about $3. So anyway, let me get this out of the way and I'll show you how to do it. First thing you want, you also need a toothpick. You take your toothpick and what you want to do is just stuff it down in the end of your bullet weight. You want to get it down in there a fairly decent ways. I mean, you don't have to come out the bottom or nothing, but you want it to stay, snug and firm. And then you'll take your dental floss and pull out, 6 feet or so. Keep it attached, to your box just in case you need some more. But pull you out what you think you might need. And start off with a surgeon's knot, but you want to leave, I'll show you. You want to leave about 8 inches of tag in because you're going to need that at the end. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Like I said, I'm leaving, 8 inches of tag in. I'm going to take your weight. And cinch it up around the base of the weight. Good and snug. Okay, now you want it to be up towards the end. So just take and push it up towards the end like this. That way it don't slide down, the shaft here. And then I'm going to make one more, just to keep it from sliding. One more surgeon's knot. 1, 2. And then I'm going to cinch it up. And you want to cinch it tight, but not tight enough where obviously you break the dental floss. I mean, it's dental floss. It's pretty tough, but it's not unbreakable. Okay, now you want to take your tag in, which I have about 8 inches left. And you want to start wrapping up the toothpick. All I'm doing this for is just to kind of get it out of the way. Now I like to wrap it up towards the end, and once I get to the kind of right here at the very end, I'll start just wrapping it on top of itself. There's a reason for this, and we'll get to that when the time comes as well. It just makes life a little bit easier. Now once I've got it wrapped up, I just want to kind of mash it up and twist it on itself. That way it's completely out of the way. It's not going to be in your way at all. Now, it's pretty simple from here. Take your feather. Now I'm putting it, maybe 3/8 of an inch up onto the weight, so it's going to be about right here. I don't want it way up here. I don't want it way down here, but I want just enough, where I can get some good wraps on it and keep it from moving. So I'm going to hold it with my thumb, just like this. And I'm going to start wrapping. I'm going to do about 4 wraps, keeping the line here kind of close to the end. You don't want to come off because, obviously that's not going to hold anything. But you don't want it way far up because then it's going to want to slide down the shaft of your weight. So I'm going to do about 4 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get my next color. I like to alternate them. You can do it however you want. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get another feather. I'm going to lay it on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to get my last feather. I'll lay it on here. And then I'm going to go about 10 to 15 rounds. That's going to tighten everything up and get you some good wraps on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to start really putting some pressure on it. 12, 13, 14, 15. Do one more. Now, you're going to take your tag in that you've got wrapped up the toothpick here. Grab it. Now, here's the reason. So you don't have to constantly just do this number. The reason I wrap it up towards the end is because you can take your tag in and simply pull it. And it just unravels itself right off there. Okay, so since I've wrapped everything this way, I want to take my tag in and I want to wrap it underneath. I want to go the opposite way. About 1, 2 rounds if you want. All you're doing is just getting your tag in to where you can make a some more surgeon's knots. So I'm going to make another surgeon's knot to tie everything off. I'm going to go in once, twice, and cinch it up here. Good and snug, and then I'm going to do one more for safe measures. One, 2, and snug it up. Now you can take your scissors or fingernail clippers and clip it off. Now if you want, you're going to have a couple little sprigs sticking up here. This is where actual fingernail clippers would come in a little bit easier. I just like to snip those off just so they don't catch when you slide them up in your squid skirt. That's clipped, that's clipped. Everything else looks pretty good, pretty even. Now you're just going to set that aside. Now, you're going to take your squid skirt, and what you want to do is turn him inside out. Just like this. And you want to be careful not to tear it. You just want the end of it, just like that. So he's turned inside out now. It's just like this. Now you can, just another option, if you wanted to, leave it like this, you're going to actually take your weight and you're going to stuff everything up inside here. You could actually leave it like this and then dental floss, tie it off real good around here, and then you'll have kind of this sea witch looking feather lure thing that I'm actually going to try. I haven't really tested them out yet, but I'm just going to stick with what I know works for right now. Anyway, you've got this turned inside out now. You can do this before you turn it inside out or after, but what I like to do is the end of it solid. You need a little bit of hole, a small hole there, not a big hole, just something small, just like that. Now, you're going to take your hot glue gun and give it one good squirt, one full squirt, and then maybe just a little bit more. And then before it dries, you're going to do this quick. Just run your feather all the way up inside this thing. Run him all the way to the top. and then just simply turn him back inside out. When you're done, pull out your toothpick, shape him up, pull off any excess glue you got there, and now you have your final product.